Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This video is explaining about Chapter 6, Capacitors and Inductors. The first passive element we are going to discover is capacitor. Here are some useful formula that will be used in order to find the charge, voltage, current, power and energy in capacitor. Properties of capacitor. A capacitor will be an open circuit under direct current condition as shown in figure. The second one is voltage across a capacitor must be continuous and an abrupt change is not possible. The next subtopic is the capacitors in series and parallel. In order to obtain the equivalent capacitance of capacitors that connected in series, we have to use this formula of the sum of the reciprocals of the individual capacitance. Meanwhile, the equivalent capacitance of capacitors that connected in parallel is the summation of the individual capacitors, which will produce this formula. The second passive element is inductor. These are important formula in order to find voltage, current, power and energy in inductor. Properties of inductor. In a direct current condition, an inductor acts like a short circuit as shown in figure. The second one is same like capacitor, an inductor also cannot change abruptly. The last subtopic is about inductors in series and parallel. In order to calculate the equivalent inductance of inductors that connected in series, we have to find the summation of the individual inductors, which will produce this formula. However, to find the equivalent inductance of inductors that connected in parallel, we have to use this formula of the sum of the reciprocals of the individual inductors. Let's take a look at the first example. In this question, we have to find VC and IL in the circuit under DC condition. As mentioned before, when it is under DC condition, the capacitor will be an open circuit and the inductor will be a short circuit. Therefore, we can see that the current through 2 ohm resistor is the same current that through 0.5 Henry inductor, which is IL. In order to find IL, we can use the current division and we got the value of IL is equal to 2 ampere. The easiest way to find the voltage across the capacitor VC is by applying KVL to the middle of the circuit. We can neglect 5 ohm resistor because the current through it is 0 because of the incomplete circuit. So we get the VC is equal to 0 volt. The next example is a question involving the capacitors. These are some equations that was given in the question. We are ordered to find the I2 at time. We can see that the relationship of current at time is equal to 0 is I equal to I1 plus I2. In order to find I2, we have to find I first by using the current division formula. So we will get the I2 at time 0 is equal to negative 3.33 milliampere. Next, we are required to find I1t and I2t. In order to find them, we have to find IT first by using this formula. As we know, I is the total current in the circuit. So in order to use this formula, we have to find the equivalent inductance to put in the formula and we will get the value of IT. Once we obtain the value of IT, we can find the I1t and I2t by using the current division formula. The example number 3 is involving the capacitors. You can take a look on how this question can be solved. That's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.